Hey guys, Ron here. Wanted to give you another great tip on how to save yourself a lot of time by repurposing your content. Simply, Tamika, good to see you. I've been over to a couple of your periscopes. Are you part of Tag Tribes? Been over to a couple of them. So I want to give you, yes. Oh, hey David, what's going on? David and I are going to do some 80-20 whiteboarding here on Sunday or sooner. So how's it going, David? So here's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm repurposing headlines and repurposing content. And give me a second here to read my headline, because that's actually the path that I'm taking. But basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the time to figure out what the headline's going to be. And David, I've actually been thinking about this over the last hour, and I'm like, you know, we're doing this the hard way. This is a hack I just thought of, David. Just in the last hour, I'm like, people who are looking to watch videos, long videos, are really people that are further along in the funnel and they're more serious. So why are we not just going on YouTube, finding our general niche such as 80-20, 10x, time leverage, and some of those, and just scanning thousands of videos on YouTube and just finding all the ones with the highest view counts? And then that way the demand of those searching actually exceeds us. So we don't have to like actually put our stuff on YouTube and then go try to find the views and send the traffic to YouTube. The people are already there. The demand is already there. All we got to do is just narrow it down to our niche and then find out what the headlines and the keywords in the headlines are that people are searching. So that's one thing that I just thought of in the last hour. But so basically here's what I do. So I do the Periscope videos so we can connect. Rule number one, sorry about that. I had my, thanks for that. I wasn't reading the comments there for the last 2 minutes because I had my, I was scrolling up on here to see, just double check my headline. And so I couldn't actually see the comments, but here's basically what I do. So I do the Periscope. Then I have it automatically go to catch.me. It's automatically on catch.me/Ronor. I have my guy from Fiverr download those. And then he now puts my intro in there that we just got done. Got the intro done. And then what we're going to do is, give me 1 second here to think about it. Yeah, my guy is Queen Soft from Fiverr. He does the intro, adds that, and then he also adds the watermark now, which is how to 80-20 your time. He adds that to all of them. So there's a uniformity to all the branding. And he puts the intro in there as too with the how to 80-20 your time. And then what we do is he uploads all those to YouTube's, and then he puts in my selected keyword tags, and then he puts in a consistent description on all of them. And we want to win on the SEO on YouTube. Thanks to the heart. So we want to win on the SEO on YouTube because some people say it's the second largest search engine. I don't know if that's true, but we want to win on those keywords and the keyword and narrow it down to our market, such as I'm going to keep redefining the keywords that I'm going after, such as 80-20, 10x, time leverage, some of that kind of stuff for our work week. And then he puts them all onto YouTube. Then I go back and I go to my blog, ronor.com, and I embed the YouTube video within that. Demi Sal, good to see you. Thanks for inviting followers. I embed the video into my blog, and then I'm going to win again on SEO with the blog. Okay. And then what I'm going to do in the blog headline is, keep in mind I've been thinking about this all the time with the keywords and YouTube and all that, is I'm going to put in the hashtags in the headline, and I'm going to put them in the headline for the blog and then also the headline for YouTube, so that there's some consistency there. But here's the beauty part about it, is once I have the video embedded into the blog, then the blog's going to have a good image that's going to be the large image that's going to get syndicated over Twitter and Facebook. But then what happens is when people go to my blog and they see the social share buttons at the bottom, they're going to be able to share it on Twitter and share it on Facebook, and it's already going to have the right headline for them. That headline is going to probably be used as anchor text, which is perfect. And then it's also going to have the hashtag in there, which means when they share it to Twitter and Facebook, hashtags don't work on Facebook so well, not as like Twitter, But here's what's basically happening is just with one click, I make it very easy for them to share it on Twitter, and they already got the headline and everything in there, so it gets the maximum conversion clicks on Twitter. But then what it also does is the keywords are there that are searchable, the hashtags are there, which tells people what it's about. But then the hashtag also gets me favorites, it also gets me on the list, and then it also gets me additional followers from Twitter. So not only, and it might even get followers for the people who are actually syndicating and sharing my content. So the reason I told you all of these different things right there is it's not like I was giving you a bunch of stuff to do. I was giving you a very 80-20 tight funnel approach to how to repurpose all of it. Studio mates, glad we were sharing this with everyone. Just taught this today in my studio, 18-year-old. Yes, when you say sharing with everyone, I'm assuming you mean like growth hacking and some of these 80-20 comments and how to, I spent the last few years trying to figure out the perfect blog post from what I learned from Empower Network. And it all made sense to me as I learned it more. And there's like, yeah, you guys syndicate for a while. I thought about it like you're repurposing the content. But now I kind of begin more with the headline in mind. I see it more as like I'm repurposing the headline and then repurposing the content. And actually, David, now that I think about it, this is for all you too, is I kind of understand the basics of the headlines, and I could spend the next 30 years getting better at it. But I think what I'm actually doing now, since too many people are creating too much content, is I'm actually going to just filter it down and do another hack. Are we heading to hashtags to the headlines? Yes, hashtags to the headlines. You might have cut out there. So I put hashtags in my headlines on my blog, and then when people go down to social share on the very bottom, they share it to Twitter and Facebook. What happens is the hashtag's already there in the headline. They don't even have to add it. So it's already there. They just click it, and the hashtag's there, and then I actually get found in the search engines on Twitter, and then I also get favorited, I get put on Twitter lists, and then I also get additional followers, all in addition to getting clicks on my content. Thank you. Yeah, this is a combination of it's not so much like here's 1,000. See, I'm not like everyone else where I'm just like, well, here's 1,000 things I learned and I want to give you 1,000 ideas. I mean, we don't need more things to do. I was watching a Brian Tracy video today on 80-20, and he's like, yeah, we got 300 things right now, all of us, that we can do on our list if we want to. We don't need more things to do. What we need is the right things to do. So what I'm trying to teach you to do is take all of these things that would normally keep you busy and make it a tighter funnel and tie it all together and repurpose it. So you're taking that same headline that you thought about and you're using it on everything. Yes, do less, more impact. Exactly. Time is scarce. Time is scarce. And it's more of an inward, it's really about practicing the right form. So it's really no different than throwing a spiral with a football or lifting free weights a certain way. Like, there's no point in doing quantity of sloppy form. What you want to do is you want to do the correct form and practice it over and over and over. But it's not just that. Keep in mind, like, what makes sense today will actually be refined as time goes on. And I've been studying a lot of the compound effect and the slight edge and the E-myth and 4-hour work week and all that kind of stuff. The part that it finally hit me I realize a lot of people don't know what the 4-hour work week is, the E-myth, all that stuff. A lot of people have heard of the 80-20 though. They haven't necessarily heard of the slight edge with Jeff Olson, the compound effect. Thanks for the hearts, the Darren Hardy compound effect. What dawned on me though, that I get it now, where I should have explained it this way, and I actually went in search of it yesterday, and we got Eric Kosh and Perry Marshall that both brand the 80-20 in their marketing out there. Is Perry said it on his website, and that's what I was thinking, and I just saw him complete my thought, which is basically like, well, yeah, people know the 80-20. I mean, 80-20 is something that's been around since 1895. But in today's world, that's kind of a given. I mean, that's been a given for 10 or 15 or 20 years with technology. 80-20 is not enough anymore. You need to actually 80-20 or 80-20 or 80-20 or 80-20 or 80-20 or 80-20 until you get up to that 99-1 ratio to be able to have a competitive advantage. We had, in the last 24 hours, we had 1 billion people get on Facebook in the last 24 hours. So we're clearly got a lot of people out there that have access to pushing a button. And a lot of the people on Fiverr and everybody else out there, we're getting 3 to 5 billion people online now. Everybody can easily push buttons and do simple stuff online. So we can all do that. It's very competitive. So what it's more about is the proper form. It's like a golf swing. It's like being able to teach a perfect golf swing. It's about fine-tuning it. It's not about being busy 18 hours a day. It's about figuring out how to repurpose the work you're already going through. So what I continue to do is, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to blog 10 times a day because I don't think that's necessarily the best use of your time. What I think you should do is find out where the demand is, figure out that headline that explains exactly what you're passionate about, and get the other people to connect.